El intento de un hombre de conseguir una importante suma de dinero en un banco local le sale por la culata cuando los empleados comienzan a cuestionar la validez de su documentación. A pesar de afirmar que los fondos son para su negocio de reformas inmobiliarias, su historia empieza a desmoronarse cuando llegan los agentes para investigar la transacción de gran cuantía.
Okay, so 2 days ago, it was put on a 2-day hold, so it was supposed to be released today. So he came back in today. Do we know where it was deposited?
He did it on his app, on
Okay.
his mobile app, which is how it's kind of like.
Okay.
But I'm looking at it, and you can tell that it's altered.
So he came in to try to do a $15,000 withdrawal, and you said you've been in contact with this company here?
Yeah, and they confirmed that their checks were stolen, and this check specifically was payable to a completely different business.
Okay.
So we don't know how many checks they're in possession.
What was the clue to you that it was?
So when you, I mean, there's a lot of things. So like the fact that it's all, this font in general is not the same as the rest, which is a big indicator of fraud. We see a lot of fraud here. We're able to like blow this image up there, and you could just tell. So when I looked at that, I contacted the business, and they confirmed it was altered. Well, stolen. The checks were stolen, and that's not the right payee, she said.
Was this one of y'all's cards?
Yeah, it's just the debit card they used.
115, can you check Noah?
So, can I get? Well, I'm gonna need your information as well, but
Okay.
I will need probably the contact info for this company so I can speak.
So all this is correct, it looks like. I basically just Googled them, and the number came up, and then they actually got me in hold with the CEO.
Say the last part.
They got me in contact with the CEO, but I just Googled this business, and it's all this information, the address and all that seems to be right. But I called the number on Google, not necessarily the number on the check.
And then, does he know that he's been detained? Or has he just told him he's been away? This one. Cool.
He came back. He came back to it, David.
Really
The
good.
OLM. But I can't tell. I want to go run it and look at the picture and see what comes back on the picture. You want me to go in there with you while you talk, or you want me to go running first?
I'm just gonna interview, see what he wants to tell me.
Okay.
See if you want anything about it.
Okay. I'll go run this real quick and see what the picture looks like, and I'll be right back.
Yep. You're good. Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm good, sir. Hey, I'm Officer Flynn with the Brookhaven Police Department.
Yes, sir.
So, first, do you have any weapons or anything on you I need to know about? No. Okay. So the bank thinks that the check is a fraud. Is there anything you can tell me about the check?
No, sir. It's actually a check from my business partner.
Okay.
Been knowing the guy for years.
It's from your business partner?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you mind if I take notes while we talk?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, where my pen?
And the check is a fraud.
No. They said
115, that's the individual I just ran. I gave you the
they said
goal in the
that
road.
they think it might be fraud. So, we got to investigate. Real quick? What's your first name? David. So you said the check was from whom?
It is actually the property is Purdue Properties. Is Porter Purdue Properties is the name of the business. Actually, the check was from my business partner. It's just for repairs. Actually, for property.
Okay. So you're saying the check was
Check, I'm holding on.
for him?
No, it's for us for repairs for the property. Yes, sir. We plan to put the money into the property and be able to take out the equity out.
We'll be allowed on you for Highway and Brownwood Road, which was saying Romeo again.
Were you clear on that?
7424.
Yeah.
83.
Yeah. All right. So, sorry, I know we just discussed this, but
Yes, sir.
it's hard to keep track of some things sometimes. So, check was written to your business partner or to the group of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who was the check from?
It was Jeremy.
It was written to Jeremy Porter?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It was one of his close acquaintances. We were just at the property Monday.
And do you know who wrote the check? What business?
They don't know the name of the business. But we were all literally just there Monday. We were just there Tuesday.
What property was it for?
It was for a property. The property is 2550 Westwood Northern Boulevard.
Well,
If the check isn't good, I've already started repairs on this property.
yeah, I understand. Do you have the physical check with you?
No, I did not bring
No.
it with me. No, sir.
Were you the one that deposited?
It was a direct deposit, yes. Just took a picture with all of us was together, literally.
What did you deposit on your
On my phone,
then?
yeah.
Okay.
All of us was together.
Gotcha. Who's all of us?
Me and Jeremy and the other gentleman. We were all standing there together.
Gotcha. Is there a phone number for Jeremy? Is he part of the business decision?
No, well, just with this one, because we kind of needed his help. We were at a standstill,
Yeah.
just with this one. But this is actually our first endeavor.
You and the other guy?
No, this is properties. Our first endeavor.
Gotcha. So you guys were trying to flip houses?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, there's money in it. It's just, I don't know if right now's the time, man. Market's starting to change direction.
But you know, that's why actually what we're doing now is really more of investing, and we'll keep the property. It's just taking out the equity.
Yeah.
Who deposited this check? So
Oh.
you have a combined bank account for your company with whoever Mr. Porter is?
No, I have my separate bank account and the business bank account.
Okay. Who is the of Purdue Properties?
That's Jeremy,
Okay.
business partner.
Okay. So which account was this check deposited into? Your
Business account.
the business
Business
account.
account, yes, sir.
Okay. And you're the one that signed to this check?
Yes, sir. What exactly is the issue with the check that you gentlemen don't know?
Well, one thing that we're looking at right now is I'm comparing. I would assume that you sign a lot of things being a business person, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So people tend to sign their signature the exact same
Yes,
way
sir.
every time, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know your signature is on your driver's license.
Yes, sir.
So I'm looking at your signature on your driver's license, and I'm looking at the signature on the back of this check, and I can tell you that they don't look anything alike. They look completely different. So that's the first thing that stands out to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But a signature on a business check is that really a problem? That's what I'm asking. What's the
So
problem?
that's not why we're here.
Okay.
That's just something that happened to stand out. How do you know Mr.
We work together.
Well, I see that. I mean, obviously, you guys have a business together.
We work together. Delta Airlines. We have our first job is together.
Okay, so you know him from a
Yes,
previous
sir.
job.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long y'all known each other?
2011.
2011.
2011.
Okay. Did you explain to him why they called us?
Not yet.
Wow, the check appeared to be fraud.
Yeah. So
125, okay, that.
all right.
But
So,
what I'm saying,
all right,
there's no way
here's
this
the
is
thing.
fraud because this gentleman actually offered to meet us here with the check. And the only reason we did was because it was closer
So-
to just do it over the phone.
The bank has been in contact with the company who is the holder of these checks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So they have notified the bank that not only are they not familiar with your company, but that they have recently had checks stolen from their business, and that this specific check, 005185,
Yes, sir.
is written in their records to a completely different company. Okay? This check is fraudulent. All right?
Yes, sir.
So this is one of those things. I don't know if a police officer has ever told you this before, but this is one of those times where we know the answers to questions that we're asking you, seeing what you're going to tell us, And it would be in your best interest to be completely honest, because that dictates which direction things go from here.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, I'm asking you questions, you're giving me answers. I already know the answer. This check is fraudulent. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The bank has been in contact with the company, this Community Construction Group.
Yes, sir.
And Community Construction Group, I had them ask very specifically if they were familiar with your company to see if there had been some sort of mix-up.
This was the first time.
And they're not. They're not familiar at all. The other thing that I find kind of odd is that, I know you said you've known Mr. Jeremy since 2011. $45,000 is an awful lot of money to have a bank account, a company bank account with a business partner who's not even on the bank account. I'm here to tell you, some of my closest friends in the world that I've known for 20 plus years, if our company was handling money like that, $45,000, you best believe that my name is going to be on that bank account as well. So, just kind of odd that your company would be dealing with large sums of money to the tune of $45,000, but your name is the only name that's on the company business account.
Yes, sir.
Just something that's, again, kind of odd. So, you sure that there's no other information that you want to offer in reference to this check or anything like that?
Well, I really have nothing else. I do not know nothing else about the check.
Okay.
But as far as the situation with me and Jeremy, we have two businesses. Like I said, we've known each other a long time.
Okay.
We also have a trucking business. The trucking business was what he wanted to pursue. It is 100% in his name.
Okay.
The property
If that's-
business was something totally different I
Again,
wanted to pursue.
If that's something, I'm not saying you're lying.
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is it just seems kind of odd.
And like I said, that was the reason that I personally had to deposit the check, because he couldn't come up and deposit it with my account.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically my account. So yes, I did meet him and we deposited the check. But I didn't think anything was wrong.
Y'all deposited the check
Together.
through the app.
Yes, together.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't think anything was wrong because I've used the money, already bought stuff with the money, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think anything was an issue.
Okay. That is what I learned.
Okay.
How long's your business been?
This is a new business.
Okay.
This is a new business. The trucking business is 3 years old. This business is a year and a half.
A year and a half.
I want to say yes, a year and a half.
Okay. And
Year and
how long have you had the account?
Since June. Here in Navy Federal since June.
Okay. The business account has only been open for 3 months.
Okay.
Maybe in June. No, it's been longer than 3 months, hasn't it?
Remember just a minute ago when I told you sometimes I'll ask you a question that I already know the answer to? The business account has only been open for 3 months. He's the only one listed on the business
Oh, I
account.
came in and opened it.
Again, whether or not that's
Their personal
agreement between the two of them, I don't know. But
And then he's telling me that the check, 'cause he said that he deposited it, there's 3 of them there, and that the check was from a friend that he doesn't know. It's just a guy named Buddy.
That
So-
we've done business with before. We've told for him before and everything. Transported for him before.
and who does he work for? He works for the company on this check, or
He
he's
works-
subcontracting you?
I'm honestly not 100%
Well,
sure.
see, therein lies one of the problems.
Yeah, I'm honestly not 100% sure.
So,
Yeah.
we'll be back with you in just a moment, okay?
Yes, sir.
I mean, 45 grand, man, I would be on that bank account. You know. So I asked if they'd ever had any suspicious activity on his account before. She said no, because the account's only 3 months old.
He said that he stated he's going to deposit it. So he told me he's and the mobile deposit. Okay. And so you spoke to the business.
She had the business on the phone. You know, I only had to ask 2 questions. Is she checking on us? 115. If you're checking on us, we can Tennessee. But I asked the 2 very specific questions that I had her ask was, 1, are they familiar with this company at all? Have they ever done business with this company? And they said no, and they have no idea who that is. The second question was, she said that this check had been written to a different company, and the company is Cason, C-A-S-A-N or C-A-S-O-N, Environmental Demolition Services. That's who this check was actually written to.
yeah. Well, I think being that we have spoken to the company, and they said that check's been accounted for another payout.
I still find it really odd that the signatures don't match. Or like it doesn't even look close to me.
I understand if you change your style, because I did. Yeah, my style's changed.
Yeah, but I would think as a business person,
And that is nothing the same.
no. I mean that's a D and then this is a very clear A and a D at the end, and then I mean that's a very clear P, and I don't know what that is.
So is
But I did run, but the ID does come back to him. It's not a fake ID.
Okay. So, first things first, go ahead and stand up, turn around.
Could you please not arrest me in front of the bank? Can I walk outside with you guys?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Just put your phone down.
So it's put in my pocket. It's all right.
The reason I'm not going to walk you outside is because if you decide to run,
Oh, honestly.
I don't feel like chasing you. Alright, just turn and face the wall. Let me make sure these cuffs are not too tight, and I'm going to lock them so they don't get any tighter on you, alright? Yes, sir. Okay, get a finger in on that one. To the right. Okay. So, the issue is the bank said that the check appears to be altered. Go ahead and stand in front of my car, please. The check appears to be altered, and the account that the company that wrote the check has no idea who your business is, and they've confirmed that check number was written to another business. Okay? So, you're telling me that you were given a check from a person that you don't know, you deposited it, and now you're trying to withdraw funds. So, the way I interpret that is you deposited a fraudulent check and you're trying to withdraw money from fraud, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, go ahead and face the vehicle. Spread your feet for me. Do you have any weapons or anything on you? Any contraband, anything I need to be worried about?
No, sir.